Okay, so what am I up to this morning? I always say I'm just gonna go out and give the chickens their fermented feed and see what eggs are there and come right back in. But I end up doing something else. So I worked a little bit more on the greenhouse. It's giving me some trouble. But I think it's as good as it's gonna get, and it is okay. I will share that with you guys soon. So what I did is, you guys saw how I organized this area. There were still a lot of pots and things here. Let me zoom out. But I finally got rid of those. For the most part, there's 3 over to my right that I need to store. But these are the, let's see, 12 that I'm going to leave out here. And let me show you what I've done in them. Originally, I thought I would do succession planting of carrots, but that didn't work. I was too late to do that. But come fall, that's what I will do. Okay, so I am doing beans. I have in this one and the one behind it these Mixabel haricot beans. Never planted them before. They're from M.I. Gardner. I'm kind of excited. I like that they're thin, really skinny. I think they'll be easy to, they'll cook fast, and I hope they're delicious. Now in these 2 pots, I have another M.I. Gardner bean, and it's a strike bean. Never had it before, but I thought it's a good size. It looks pretty firm, and I would experiment with it here, and if it works, then it would be great for freezing. It would hold up to blanching and then freezing, and possibly canning if it works. So I put 2 in each pot. It's supposed to be spaced 6 to 8 inches. I figure 2 could go in each pot. So that's those 4 pots. These 2 pots have a bean from Baker Seeds, and I think I tried these last year. I think they worked well. I can't remember. Kantari. And so these are an in-between bean, I guess, between the 2 that I just planted. One here and one there. I thought I was going to do succession planting, but then I thought, no, just do them all. They won't all come in exactly the same time anyway, and we can eat them as they come in, and I can freeze some as they come in. And then the last bean that I've done in these 2 is this one from M.I. Gardner, and I really like this one. It's Royal Burgundy. We ate a lot of this, and I thought, well, there's still quite a few, but I think I want to get more. It's a fun bean. It has a beautiful purple color. It does turn green when you cook it. I think it would be great for kids. If you have kids, tell them it's a special bean. They can help you pick it, and it's purple, and then when you cook it, it is green. And then the last, well, these 2 in the back, I decided to give okra a try in those 2. I'm doing 2 different okras. This one is Clemson Spineless. I'm trying to remember if I ever had a okra with spines. Did I just, by coincidence, always have okra without spines? I can't remember ever having them with spines. So I'm trying that back there. I checked Mr. Google, and he said, I don't remember what site it took me to, but it said if you have a 12 to 15 inch deep container, you can grow 1 plant. But they have a very long taproot, and so ideally they grow better in the ground. But I am going to give them a try in this pot and see if it works. So I have 2 in there, and I'm going to take 1 out. I just have 2 just in case one does not germinate. And then in this pot back here, I have this other one. I've never done this one either. Actually, I did do this Clemson Spineless before. This one doesn't have a name. Hold on. I think I've had this for a while because I haven't ordered from Seeds of Change in a long time. It just says green okra. And so that one is back there. So I have these 2 pots, and I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do there. I'm leaning towards peppers, but I don't know for sure. So I have to take a moment to think about that. And then in here, I have potatoes. I was at one of my favorite nurseries looking for urea, which is what I like to use in my straw bales, but I cannot find it anywhere. And the one place that carries it, they keep back ordering and back ordering. And she said that now they're saying September, so there's no way that I'm gonna wait till September. So I just grabbed something else. You guys saw in my other video where I started conditioning the bales that I was using weed and feed. I just started to get a bad feeling about that synthetic and the weed part. I'm not 100% sure what that's all about, so I switched to this other product, which I will show you. Anyway, while I was there, they had potatoes. I saw this lady looking at potatoes. They had these boxes of potatoes, and I grabbed one called it's a banana potato and they are small, so they're like long and skinny, so fingerling potatoes, and I love that. So we'll see what happens in these two earth bags. And speaking of potatoes, I might as well show you what's happening in Potato Lab. Look at these cardboard boxes. They are just doing a good job containing those potatoes. This earth bag potatoes came up in this one too. There's a bit of a shadow, but I think you can see them. And then nothing is happening in the feed bag yet, so we'll see. It's probably the variety that's in there. Maybe it takes longer. We will see. So let me show you what I am putting on my bales, and I might as well go ahead and condition them for the day, and then I will call it a day. Alright, so this is not ideal either, but I like it better. It just, I don't know, the weed and feed just started to make me nervous about putting it on my bales. This is ammonium sulfate. I might try to, well, nah, I was going to say I might try to find the urea online, but then I thought, oh, do I want to put a third thing on these bales? But you know what? I am getting some other bales because I complained to you guys about these bales not being, they're not being right. They tied them differently, and I didn't like it, and it's harder to get the fertilizer down in it, and they are lower and shorter. So yeah, I am going to see if I can find urea online, and if it doesn't cost an arm and a leg, I'll go ahead and order it. So I'm doing the usual. I'm putting a half a cup of the fertilizer on each bale, and this is day 9, I believe, and I have a feeling I won't be surprised if it takes, that was a little less than half a cup. I won't be surprised if it takes a little bit longer than 12 days to get these. Well, usually it takes me about 14 days to get the bales ready, as far as adding fertilizer and watering, and then it takes 2 more days to bring the heat down and to neutralize everything before you put seeds or plants in it. So I'm going to grab my hose, water these, then I'm going to go in and get a nice tea and relax. Catch you guys soon. So what I'm doing here before the rain comes in is I am topping off this bed, and I will do the same with a couple of other beds with soil, and I'm going to fertilize, and then I'm going to put the mulch back. The birds have just kicked out. Let's see if you can see over here. See how they've just made a mess of this bed? They just pull things out, kick the dirt out there in search for bugs, is what I assume. But in the process, they're ruining my garden. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to rectify the problem they've created and hope that my onions and garlic will survive the attack of these birds. Here's a closer look at what the birds are doing. See all the soil out here on the mulch? They just come in, kick it out, and search for bugs, I guess. You guys, I'm still out here. I decided to put some marigolds in the ground. I figured if it's gonna rain, I'm gonna put stuff in the ground if I have some time. So I put, let's see, marigolds there, there, there. These are future tomato beds. I'm gonna put these marigolds in, and I am right across from my potato lane, and look what I saw. How exciting! There's one. I know there's at least one more. Oh. Two. Look at, I'm so excited. Three. And let's see, there's a bulge here, but I don't know if it's bulging because, yep, it's bulging because of potatoes. Look at that. How exciting is that? Potato lane. I feel so good. I always worry, like I said. Always worry, is it gonna grow? Is it gonna work? Is anything gonna come up? I know, silly me. Yesterday I put these basil in, and I'm gonna plant a whole bunch of basil. I started making basil tea last year. Oh my gosh, it is my favorite. I love basil tea. And so I just want to basil iced tea, by the way. So I just want to plant as many as I can so that I can have lots of tea and still be able to dehydrate some and use some fresh, of course. So let me get these, let's see, four marigolds in the ground, and then I'm really going inside because now look at this. I hope that it does come our way and doesn't just tease. All right, let me get to working.